The 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Wow. It was a tournament packed with upsets, absolutely heroic performances, and a final that basically rewrote the history books. So let's break down that wild conclusion.
You know, for weeks, all these teams battled it out, but everything came down to this one final game between two European juggernauts. So the big question was, who was going to take home the gold?
And the answer? Germany. In a performance for the ages, they climbed to the very top of the international basketball mountain, claiming their very first FIBA World Cup title. Just a stunning, historic moment.
Now, to really get how huge this is, you gotta understand the context. Let's dig into just how unprecedented this win really was for German basketball.
And look, this wasn't just a win. This was the win. It's Germany's first ever FIBA World Cup title. And get this, they were the first team to win it all in their finals debut in almost 2 decades. Before this, their best finish was a bronze medal way back in 2002.
And who was the MVP of that 2002 bronze medal team? Oh, just some guy named Dirk Nowitzki. His reaction pretty much says it all, right? Pure joy from a national hero. And it perfectly connects these two incredible eras of German basketball.
So, how'd they actually do it? Let's dive into the final itself and see exactly how this incredible game against Serbia played out.
Yeah, this was no blowout, not even close. It was a gritty, tough, back-and-forth fight right from the tip-off. Both Germany and Serbia were just trading punches, playing some incredible team basketball.
And I mean, it literally does not get any closer than this. At halftime, the score was tied. Dead even, 47-47. The entire championship was just hanging in the balance.
But then the third quarter happened. Coming out of the locker room, Germany just found a whole other gear. They went on this massive 22-10 run that completely snatched the momentum of the game.
And honestly, that was the ball game right there. That third quarter explosion gave them a lead, a cushion that Serbia, for all their effort, just couldn't overcome. Germany held on tight and sealed their fate.
The final score was 83-77. And the hero of the day, really, the hero of the whole tournament, was Dennis Schroeder. He was named MVP and dropped a game-high 28 points in the final. What a way to cap off an incredible run.
But you know, for every incredible story of victory, there's always a story of heartbreak. In Serbia's path to this final, it was nothing short of heroic. It was a masterclass in resilience against just unbelievable odds.
The contrast between these two teams is just staggering. On one side, you have Germany's perfect storybook ending, and on the other, Serbia suffering a second painful loss in the final since 2014, and they did it all while being severely short-handed.
And short-handed is putting it mildly. The physical toll on this team was just devastating. In the first quarter of the championship game, they lost their starting guard, Ognjen Dobrić, to an ankle injury. And even crazier, earlier in the tournament, their power forward, Boris Simonik, took a hit so bad he had to have a kidney surgically removed. The fact they were even playing in the final is just a testament to their incredible courage.
But hey, the championship game wasn't the only one that made history. The battle for bronze between the two North American rivals. It turned out to be an all-time classic.
Yep, you're seeing that right. In an absolute nail-biter that went all the way to overtime, Canada took down their rivals, Team USA, to win the bronze medal. Just an unbelievable game from start to finish.
And while the whole Canadian team was great, one guy had the game of his life. After being the villain and hearing boos from the crowd all tournament long, Dillon Brooks put on a performance that silenced every single doubter.
He put up a mind-blowing 39 points. Brooks was just unconscious, hitting 7 of his 8 three-pointers and basically putting the team on his back with a totally dominant scoring night.
And this wasn't just a great game. It was literally record-breaking. Those 39 points are the most ever scored by any player from any country in a World Cup medal game. That's just historic stuff.
And this win meant so much more than just a bronze medal. This was Canada's first ever podium finish at the World Cup. And it punched their ticket to the Summer Olympics for the first time in over 20 years. A truly massive moment for Canadian basketball.
Okay, so after all that drama, all the heartbreak, and all the history, what's the big takeaway here? Let's zoom out and look at the big picture.
When you look at the final podium, you start to see a new story forming. At the top, you've got Germany, the first-time champions. Then Serbia, the toughest-nails silver medalists who battled through those brutal injuries. You have Canada,
grabbing their first ever medal. And then Team USA, a traditional powerhouse, finishing in 4th place without a medal, partly because key players were out sick.
And that kind of leaves us with one big, fascinating question. With all these traditional powers falling short and new champions and heroes emerging, it really makes you wonder, is the old guard of international basketball being replaced? Are we witnessing a brand new era for the sport on the world stage?